Hello, Aries, and welcome to your Starstruck Tarot reading. We're going to pick 4 cards, and then we're going to pick clarifiers for every single one of those cards, just to get a full story of what is going on for us. Watch your sun, moon, and rising, just to get a full scope of what is going on. Watch your Venus for matters in love. This is general reading, so not everything is going to resonate. If you do want to set up a personal reading with me, let me know down below, and I'd love to set one up with you. What else? I have a Libra playlist down below. Listen to it as soon as this reading is over, or after you watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Hee hee. Okay. Thank you for trusting me with your cards. Let's go. All right. Let's see. Seer, Sage of Wands. Interesting. Something might be coming to the forefront. Let's get 2 more cards for Aries. 2 more cards for Aries. Okay. Ooh, let's take them all. This one came out next. Hierophant. Death reverse. 2 of Worlds. Okay. There is a change that needs to happen, but you're scared of the imbalance that may bring. There is something that you've been working on for a really long time, and you're trying to figure out how, like, what's the next move. How do you break out of this? Like, I mean, you've been working on it, right? And you're like, okay, grow, and it's like, okay, but something needs to happen in order for you to keep going. It's like you're almost in this stage of comfort, and it's difficult for you to break out of it. And you kind of just need to see things for what they are, because you kind of are in a stagnant state of, you're being impatient. You're like, okay, yeah, I've put in all this work, but like, hello, when are you gonna grow? When are you gonna grow? When are you gonna keep moving forward? Like, what's happening here? Let's put a couple more cards on that. Woo! Justice reverse. Yeah, you feel like this should be coming rapid fire, and it's like these things take time. No shortcuts, right? You're even maybe thinking of taking some shortcuts, and it's like that's ultimately not going to pay off. That's ultimately going to bite you in the butt. You need to see things for what they really are right now, okay? And you just kind of have to be patient. You have to be patient. 1 more card. Oh my god. Oh, see? You're like, I don't want to keep working. But you got to keep working. You got to keep working. You're like, I don't want to keep doing the same thing. You kind of have to. You kind of have to keep doing the same thing. Because it is going to pay. You have to master your craft. You have to master your craft. It's like you almost want to move on to something new before mastering the thing that you're doing right now. Excuse me. You can't really, you can't do that. You can't do that. You have to kind of master the craft that you're at right now, and that's ultimately going to pay off. We have the Hierophant here. Stick to your values. Stick to your values. What did I do? Am I good? Okay, I'm good. Stick to your values. Stick to your values. Maybe even write them down. No shortcuts, okay? You might be tempted by these shortcuts. You're like, this is really difficult. I don't want to see things for what they are right now. I want to keep my options open. I want to move on to the next thing. I want to move on to the next thing. I want to look at all my options. I want to keep going, but this will be to your detriment. You have had a problem of not mastering your craft. You've had a problem of trying to move on to the next thing before you've even mastered what you are at right now, right? Like, just keep working to what you've been working on, because it will pay off. But you just like are being so impatient that you just want to keep going. You want to keep going in a new direction. And this is something that maybe you struggled with for a bit. You just like get bored so quick that you're like, I want to move on to something else. I want to move on to something new. And it's like, okay, working on the same thing is going to pay off. Working on the same thing is going to pay off. We have death reverse. This is like something you're not used to doing. You're used to just like switching gears and hoping that that pays off. We have the 2 of Worlds here. Reflection. Like, where has that gotten you? Where has that gotten you so far? Switching gears. When you get kind of bored or stagnant, switching gears, where has that gotten you? The tide comes and goes. Just because you're in the stagnant area doesn't mean that there is not going to be room for growth. You just kind of have to keep paying attention to the craft that you're working on right now, okay? We have the Star here. Like, this is healing, right? This is healing. This is healing because you are changing things up by working on the same thing, which is something that you're not really used to, but you're going to be victorious. You're going to be victorious in it. We also have the 10 of Swords here. There is something, I mean, I feel like all of this is like deeply rooted in you. Maybe you just are deterred from things when they don't pan out immediately, or you don't get the successes immediately. And it's just something that you've always kind of worked. It's just something that's always kind of like been a theme in your life. But sticking to what you're doing now is going to be healing here with the 10 of Swords. It's like, yes, finally, this is going to like help you move on. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, still working on what you're doing right now and mastering it is gonna, because it's gonna pay off. It's gonna help you heal this. It's gonna help you heal this, like, oh, no, if something doesn't pay off right away, it's just not for me. But because this is gonna pay off for you, it's gonna be like healing for you. It's gonna be like a new way of doing things with the Death reverse here. And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, and it's gonna make you feel like imbalanced. But you need to reflect. You need to reflect on the fact that, like, is this a pattern that I've done in the past? Is this going to ultimately pay off if I just like change what I'm doing on a whim? What if I do keep working on this thing? It is going to be very healing for you. It is going to be very healing for you, and it's going to be such a moment of just like clarity that it's just like, oh my gosh, things do pay off if I stick with them, even though it is kind of annoying that I'm staying on the same wavelength. You know what I mean? Okay, let's pick an animal card here. Let's see. Let's see. All right, Tiger, accept your magnificence. See, accept your magnificence. Maybe something has happened throughout your life where like people are like, oh yeah, people didn't believe in you maybe. Like, oh, this hasn't paid off, so just change. Just do something else. And it's like, no, I'm like looking at myself now. I'm looking at what I'm actually doing, and like, I believe in myself. I got this, and it will pay off, okay? Okay. Watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full story of what's going on. Watch your Venus for matters in love. Listen to my Libra playlist down below, and I'll see you in another 2 weeks. XOXO, Aries.